A game called Ash of God's Redemption. And I thought it was made by the same people that made this because they look identical with the art style. Got really into it, and everyone in my chat at the time was telling me that it's a bad version of the Banner Saga. And if I enjoyed Ash of War, then I should love this game. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start a brand new game. It's so weird that my touchpad changes the camera. Let's go. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. I apologise in advance if picture quality goes down. My internet is a bit shoddy. Also, this noise is going to be really loud and annoying. Sorry. Moving my mic on.
It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Oh, so these are the giants, the horn guys. So do we play as giants for the whole game? Here we go. You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they have bargained for. Use the right stick to pan around your surroundings, zoom in and out holding L2 and R2, press X to continue. So move the camera around, zoom out, zoom in. Your portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red. It's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active. The blue tiles show where he can move. Some characters fill more tiles than others. The horned allies are a race of giants called Val, who take up 4 tiles each while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Means I can get surrounded by up to, 8 people. Use the left stick to choose a tile and the X to confirm the move. Move your shield banger here and get him into attack range. Again, I'm going to move my mic arm. I apologise for the noise. Weep. There we go. Oh, sorry, I've got to move the stick. Oh, you know what? It really threw me off because I couldn't move to a single square where I wanted to move. It's because the giant takes up 4 slots, so I've got to move here. Enemy tiles are red and pulse if the enemy is in range. Okay. To target a nearby enemy, use the left stick to select an action. Oh wow, that's weird. So moving left and right goes to the one on the left and the one on the right. I have to press down with the stick to go to the down option. Attack. You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The numbers beneath each icon show the damage you'll do to that stat. Strength counts as both health and damage. Okay, so the weaker you are, the less damage you do. A loss of 2 strength means you now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Armor blocks strength damage, but can also be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open them up to taking more damage in the future. This enemy has only 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Oh wow. Sorry, bud. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. Okay, so you level up. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate. Oh, even if you are outnumbered. So it'll always be bad guy, good guy, bad guy, good guy, bad guy, good guy. Even if it's 10v1. It'll be them, then me, then them, then me. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. Lol. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of those enemies, but all characters will use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By moving to the gold tiles, a unit can move further than usual at the cost of 1 willpower per gold tile. Red, pulsing tiles beneath the enemy show how close you have to get to be in range. Move your Warhawk into range using the left stick and X. Oh, look at that size of that sword. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Your unit menu combat option includes move, ability, attack, and end turn. Use the left stick and X to activate the purple ability icon now, Tempest. The ability description appears in the tool tips below. The Warhawk's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. I can confirm what enemy. Press X. Get wrecked. What did that just say? That made quick work of the chieftain's bodyguards. When there is only 1 player left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order. There is no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. Oh, okay, so when it's 10v1, it won't go enemy, us, enemy, us. When it's 10v2, it will, but when there's 1 enemy left, we're in pillage mode. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your shield banger won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can boost it. So how do I do... If I just press X... I guess I'd have to manually select the willpower. Oh yes, I do. I can choose whether or not to use willpower. So I do 8 damage, and he's got 9 health, and if I add willpower, it does 9 damage. Huzzah! Victory. Nice. Mina Rowe, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Is MHW done? It is. We did our last episode the other day. I'll still stream it every now and then.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the threats arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more threats to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
I'm not entirely sure what the story is here, or what our goal is, but... Only the sun has stopped. Chapter 1. I would love... Do I have to read this? I would love to do one chapter per episode, per stream, but I don't know how long this chapter's going to be, so we'll see. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Eric? I'm going to call him Eric. Eric, look at me moving the camera. So needless, but cool that I can do it. Eric, Steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? God, look at me. I'm huge. It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. I didn't exactly agree. It's up to you, but you've already got one foot in the door. Those men you left face down were scowl things. We just want to make sure they don't come back. We took down the chieftain. What's left of them? Not much. Never was much in the first place. They were a loose bunch of thugs to begin with. I'm surprised they got as close as they did. Then we're done here. Almost. Come with me. We're going to the market down by the water. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Oh, so we're just going, are we? Just going to help. Use the left stick or L1 and R1 to highlight the market tent, then press X to visit the merchant. Mina Rowe, the hunt isn't over yet. We still have to fight the event monsters. Queen Goldie. Oh, don't worry. I'll still do that in streams, but the YouTube series is over. That's all I meant. And yes, this is like one of those turn-based combat games. Yes. Let me handle this. You meander through the rows of open-face houses and eroded stalls. Coloured canvases flip on a briny current. One man in particular blanches you as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Skullfing's chieftain bled out about an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat runs anus, the rest of us... God, I can't read. So when you tell me what rat run... When you tell me what rat anus the rest of them have crawled back into, nobody's going to try and kill you this time. Why would I read... I was reading the word runs. They don't talk to me. I want to say nothing because I'm a big cool giant. Eric overturns his flimsy table, scattering Had's assortment of junk across the ground. Gods, Eric! Laying it a bit on heavier, don't you think? Where are the Skullfings? Nobleman! Up by East Wall! But that was months ago, last I know. Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Oh! Okay, so it's Ubin in charge of the giants. And Gunnulf here is our bodyguard. Are we done here? Gunnulf, you were wearing green back in the Great Hall? Were you wearing green back in the Great Hall? No, I just bought them while you were out walking around. Why? You look like a frog. Better than an eggplant. No, he's got me there. Gunnulf goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but it used to be a Skullfing. If they're licking their wounds, they're probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a meat hall? Best I can tell. The name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. After this, I'm done here. It's not up to me, my friend. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. So we got Mead House, and that's it. I can't go back to the market stalls, okay? You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric appears, with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out. Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get this over with. That's the spirit, says Valgard. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of his table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Skullfings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead stains in the process. I'm not the best reader. This is my problem with Ash of War as well. Ubin doesn't fight, he just chills at the back with his big belly. Ready. I was hoping for more of a fight than this. Look at them, it's going to be a butchery. Okay, so we got two humans, we got Valgard here. No, I'm controlling Valgard. We got Eric here with his axe. Oh god. Okay, it's a bit awkward doing the stick. This is probably a game that was best made for PC. Now I've got an axe and a shield, so I can't do much. So I'm just going to chill. Stone wall. Can I move? Oh, okay. So pressing the D-pad. Oh, okay, they've all got... Okay, so I'm just learning the buttons here. Up on the D-pad shows me everyone's health and armor. Right on the D-pad cycles through the enemies. Left on the D-pad cycles through the enemies. And down on the D-pad gets my abilities out. So I have to use the stick to move, which is a bit annoying. Because it's very... I mean, it's not confusing at all, I'm just being an idiot. Left goes left, right goes right, up goes up, and down goes down. But I keep thinking that left will go, like, left on the grid, if that makes sense. Not just left on the screen. Either way, I'm going to use... I'm not going to use willpower. We're going to go a little bit closer. What does rally do? Is there any way to... Oh, down on the D-pad. Gives willpower to allies in range. Let's go. Oh, I've got to choose who to give it to. Okay. I still can't reach anyone. End turn. My wallbanger friend there has got no ability. And then Gunnulf, who's actually got a name, has got Tempest. I still can't reach... I can reach someone to attack, to be fair. Okay, I guess we'll do it. Go on, Valgard. Attack. Attack his health. No point using willpower. Oh, I just realised there's quite a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of them and 4 of us. And we're talking about how it's going to be a slaughter. That's very brave. No point in rallying. Oh, I do 1 down. Oh, he's got a lot of armour. Okay, we have to attack the shield then, surely. Boom. Use the willpower as well. I wonder if his name is Shieldbanger or if he's actually just a generic boy. Okay, so we got move, attack, and rest. We have no special ability. So we'll attack his health straight on. And I feel like I would be... How do I select... There we go, right on the D-pad. No point wasting willpower. Oh my god, 8 damage. Go on then. I guess because it was from behind. Now I don't know if permadeath is a thing here. If someone dies in battle, they're gone forever. So we do have to be a little bit careful. I think we're going to go around this guy and attack from the front. I don't know if there's a chance to dodge attacks or miss attacks, so we've got to be a little bit careful. We're going to get out of the way and do a normal attack to finish this guy. And then Gunnulf. Oh. I was hoping Gunnar would get a group attack. Maybe it does. What do I do? Gotta press left on the right on the D-pad. Oh, nice! That was loud. We did it. Defeat an enemy with a Warhawk. Okay. Defeat an enemy with a Raid Master. Defeat an enemy with a Warden. And defeat an enemy... Oh! Promotion! Tempered by blood, pain and resolve. Oh god, it goes by so fast. There they are. Gods be damned. I'm going to wash off this blood. Eric is looking at out the hall's window into the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails in bold reds and blues. One banner I know well, Vognir. Next for Val Kingship, last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long? Ah, things make a little more sense. You hoped I had a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrive. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask for one more favour? What is it? If you happen to stall our guest down by the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Valgard hustle from the meat house. To his credit, Eric tosses a barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down by the docks. I guess we'll try and stall them. There they are in their fleet of ships. You may have won the battle, but they all win the war. What, the random brigands that live in this town? I don't think we're going to war. Vognir. A familiar Val steps from the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version trampling the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. God, Zubin, you're looking ancient. Come to the being old, and if there is, Vognir must be... Why can't I talk? Comes with being old, and if there is Vognir, there must be Hakon. Must there? Oh, there's Hakon. Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old yokes. At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Oh god, I can't pronounce these names. Your run, dear, demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from the King of Men, or some on his behalf. The King's whelp. The King's son, Ludin, don't you know? Scrivener? We visit his capital. He visits ours, and that's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. So now we're travelling with these guys, even though they're so nice to us. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where is Mogir? Hakon. Have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognise a few. Others are strangers to you. Guess I want to find Mogir. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world as the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs off spiders. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. Because we're with the Prince of Men, and I'm sure nothing bad will happen to him. Wariness suddenly settles in as you trickle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Vognir's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon, or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. So I can speak to the prince, or I can speak to Hakon. Or I can go to the Great Hall and sleep. At dawn you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised. To your mild surprise, you wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Vognir is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and dishevelled. Mogir steps forward. Vognir's quartermaster. If you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We are ready. You follow Mogir and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to either enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expects you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarises Strand well as a whole, you think. Whoa. And we're off! Travelling! Very cool how we can see now. Wait, I'm confused. 85 fighters, 366 Val. What does that mean? Morale has declined, we've lost some supplies. Great morale. 66 days of supplies, 34 renown. And we've been travelling for 2 days. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Mogir, cracking open mead casks. From our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead pass through the camp. I'll drink a little. You go easy. You have nothing against a good drink, but if anyone's going to keep an eye on things, it may as well be you. The revellers eventually fall asleep without incident. Morale improved. You rise groggily. The campsite a casualty of merriment. Mogir is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Vognir. You're needed. Ah, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Vognir releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on a map. Oh my god. This is a map of the world. You can explore by panning with the right stick and zooming with left stick L2 and R2. The location of your caravan is indicated by Ubin's icon. The world map is covered with many locations and holds much lore. You can explore the map at any time, selecting locations with L1 and R1 or the left stick and press X for more information. So with the left stick I can... Ooh. Oh my god. So where's... Don't tell me it's... Am I blind? I presume... God, it's a bit disorientating. I presume it's up this way? We're going this way? I don't see any place called Grofheim though. Where's Strand? Is that Strand? Strand. So we're 2 days away. We've travelled for this far and it's taken us 2 days. I don't see anywhere called Grofheim. Am I just being blind? Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places. Maybe it's further down south. I don't see it. Am I supposed to be seeing it? I presume it's the capital, so... Oh, so it's got to have a big name. There it is. So yeah, 2 days has taken us from... God, it's so sensitive. From here to there has been 2 days, and now we're going to travel all the way across here, through these mountains, I presume, left across here, and up to the Spears, and then into Grofheim. The last home of the Val, and seat of their power, founded by Arnfinir, the second Val king. Though the Val have moved around a lot, most consider Grofheim their capital. There we go. The deeds of Val have honoured here, and all warriors of worth are buried at the foot of the 2 spears, where they are said to become part of the Val's march itself. Okay, so now we know. We've got a ways to go. We head north, then east past the forts. Oh, so we're not... Wait, so are we going east? Or are we going north first? I thought the road was just east. Grofheim's far from Strand. It's going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Ludin. Why not take the ships to Skyrmirstead? Why not take the ships to Skyrmirstead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skyrmirstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge. Prince, dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Ludin exhales throughout the nose, a poor disguise of his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Vognir. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. He'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off to. Ludin's got a shorter wick than Hakon. Thanks, Bognia. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vediafel, if we're lucky. I can't pronounce any of these names. Camp. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip them in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. So war is definitely... Okay. We'll talk about this when we get a moment. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the camp when you're ready to go back to the road. So, we don't have the information here, which is a bit annoying. Select the hero's tent, okay? But we've got 85 warriors. Obviously here, I don't have 85 warriors to choose from. So when we go to quote-unquote war, that's when the 85 characters will be used. But we just get a main roster of 4 people. Use the touchpad, use the D-pad and X to select a unit and view stats, promote ranks, and learn more about abilities. Oh, I selected the wrong person. It wanted me to pick Mogia. Use the D-pad and X to select ability you want to learn about the unit's abilities. So, bring the pain. The character strikes an adjacent enemy for armor break damage before hunkering down and boosting its passive ability. Return the favor to return even more break damage for 1 return. Okay. Oh, okay. So his passive ability is called Return the Favor. By using Bring the Pain, he can create a more forward charge that punishes enemies for ganging up against him. Don't really know what that means, but sure. Now everyone's got a little number 1 next to them. Does this mean I can promote them? So Gunnulf. I presume... Well, it says on the bottom of the screen, a skull icon with 3 out of 2. So maybe it takes 2 kills to promote, and I've done 3. Increase your item rank, higher stats and talents. And it costs us renown as a whole. But sure, yeah, we'll throw him. He's earned it. The unit has points available to spend on improving stats and talents. Activate one of the plus buttons above. I guess we'll give him more strength. The more health you've got, the stronger you are. Must max stat. I'm so confused. Oh, so I've got 2 abilities, which I can't... Oh, I want to select the plus icon, not the fist icon. Sorry, my bad. What does this mean? Exertion is the amount of willpower you can use in any given direction. And I've got a dodge or a lucky shot. But I need to level it up twice before I can unlock these abilities. Okay, I'm understanding now. And we've got break. And that's now leveled up fully. I think I'm getting it, but I'm still a bit stupid, so we'll find out. Ludin, the Spearmaster, has not leveled up. Neither has Hakon, because we've not used these guys. Neither has Mogia, because we've not used him. Gunnulf. Oh, we've just upgraded him. Oh, okay, so is that it? Oh, wait, so... Where's my shield boy? Where's my shield banger? You're just going to scrap him off because he hasn't got a real name? That's heartbreaking. Fine, whatever. So here, we've got 85 warriors. When it says Vol 366, does that mean our entire troop is made up of 366 people? Or... I don't know. I don't get it. That's what I don't get. Because surely there are humans in this camp as well. It's not all Vol. Either way, 366 Vol, 85 warriors. I don't know if that 366 just means 366 population altogether, and 85 of those 366 are fighters, or if we've got 366 Vol, quote-unquote, pedestrians, and then 85 extra warriors. We'll find out, I guess, as we play on. So, we've done the heroes. We've got a leave option, a rest option, and a training option. I presume the training is just mock battles, which I don't really care about. We can rest. It does take up some supplies, but it increases our morale. Morale's pretty good anyway, so let's leave.
Vederfell, Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Is that Ubin's voice? I don't know. By Haderborg. That's a lot of vol for some missing cattle. What? A couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boy's seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know how many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Scoffings out here, maybe. Could they have the vol working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get a camp set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. The silver for any food you've got. Hundreds of vol, are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You're thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up! Hear that? Where's Ludin? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Hakon takes off at a run. Ludin! That bloody prince always getting himself into little scraps. Holy crap, what the hell? What do we find here? Press X on any tile will automatically make a path. You can also set waypoints and press square to make a waypoint. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So if I wanted to avoid any traps I think on the road, I can move around it. So I can design the path he's going to take. Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Makes sense? Press up to compare your stats with the enemies. They look a lot stronger than me. Target this enemy with an attack using the left stick and that. And I guess, what does that 50% mean? I don't know. 50% chance of not landing it? Oh, armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy's... Oh, okay. So for each armor that the enemy's got that's higher than our strength, there is a 10% block chance. So because this guy's got 15 armor and I've got 10 strength, that means 50% chance to block. So I'd rather not attack his strength, but it looks like I have to. Wow, he blocked it. Crazy. Deflected attacks do no damage. From here on out, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor is equally important. So if they got more armor than my strength, I'm going to have a really bad time. Oh my... Well, the prince is dead. Okay. I thought maybe we could save him. Sundering impact. Added strength and armor damage to target and adjacent enemies. Oh, that didn't do a lot. Do a normal attack. Only 2 damage. We can start breaking his armor down. Oh! Yee! I just spent some willpower there. I didn't really want to. Okay, it's used against enemies. I guess we'll just end our turn there. Ah! I mean, I guess we just carry on doing sundering, in fact. Now, do I have any option? I wish it would tell me what resting does. Does it heal me? I don't think it heals me. Oh my god, he's still alive. Somehow. And now he's gone. Does that mean he's gone forever? Perhaps. Nice. Whenever an enemy falls in battle, your one willpower star is added to your horn. Using the horn will give you 1 willpower to the active ally. Okay. Can I just walk on this guy's... Bring the pain. I don't really know what this does, but we'll learn the more we do it. Break damage to the target. +1 return the favour. So it breaks his armour, and I get return the favour, which I presume is a good thing. I guess we should do... So I have to... It has to cost willpower regardless. Oh my god. Use some willpower, get that kill. Now we're pillaging. Which means we get 2 attacks in a row. And we won, but at what cost? Now we're going to learn if permadeath is actually a thing. Okay, injured. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take an injury. Does that mean Ludin? Okay, he is not dead either. Okay, we're good. You trying to get yourself killed, Ludin? What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the places. You never seen a dredge before, boy? Oh, so those are dredge. What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just here. Hakon goes to where Vognir lies, face down. Wait, what? The future Val King lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Vognir is dead.